As I record this in April of 2024, I think it's safe to say that we're in the midst of a Metroidvania Renaissance. Hollow Knight, the Ori series, the Messenger, and the Metroid series itself have all spent the past decade reminding gamers just how incredible this genre can be. This year looks to kick this revival into high gear with the releases of Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Ultros, Tales of Kenzera Zhao, Animal Well, and, if developers truly love me, Silk Song and Metroid Prime 4.
Who set phasers to love me?
For today, we'll be honing in on the indie LSD fever dream known as Ultros. Come along as we explore the. That can't be right, hang on. Cosmic uterus of the sarcophagus. All right. From the moment you awake inside the space ute, Ultros firmly plants itself along the Hollow Knights and FromSofts of the world. The amount of story you experience depends on how hard you look for it, or how to phrase your Google search. One thing is made clear very soon after your journey begins. Until an endless temporal loop can be broken, there is no escape from the sarcophagus. So, what's a gal to do besides hunt down the powers that be and break the loop? An unexpected tool in helping this journey succeed comes in the form of gardening. Seeds for various types of plant life can be planted in fertile soil to help you reach new heights, break down barriers, and provide fruit to regain health and build up nutrients for unlocking new skills. These nutrients are also found from defeated foes, but there's a catch. The quality of nutrients depends on your method of attack. Repeat moves too often and you'll get nothing but a bloody pulp, while varying attacks and counters can grant you prime food for consumption. If you think all that sounded strange, you're in good company. Those mechanics are imperfectly executed, which I'll get to momentarily, but there is no denying how unique Ultros is within the Metroidvania genre, as well as the gaming sphere as a whole. The more skills you unlock, the better chance you give yourself to obtain prime food. The more strategic you are with where you plant which seeds, the easier you make your path forward when the cycle begins anew and you awake back in the starting area. In fact, the full potential of some plants won't come to fruition until a new cycle begins. When you combine this with items that allow you to lock a limited number of skills so they aren't forgotten between cycles, there's an interesting level of forethought that goes into the decisions you make to set yourself up for future success. That said, as I hinted at previously, there are some quirks in the execution of some of these mechanics, all involving the attacks available at your disposal. For the most part, attacks consist of using one button. For PS5, press square 2 to 3 times for a standard combo, press it while airborne for either another single attack or the unlockable repeated kick attack, or hold down to charge for a heavy attack. There's a counter system which involves utilizing circle to dodge slide followed by triangle, as well as the ability to juggle certain enemies, but it's an incredibly narrow set of options. Even when I would intentionally make attempts to vary my attack patterns against enemies, I would still end up with battered body parts or bloody pulp as my reward, with no real way of knowing where I could have improved. This bleeds over into the planting aspects as well. Some patches of fertile soil are located on walls or ceilings, meaning you need to make use of the back kick attack to get the seed where you want it. However, unlike enemies, this does not open up the option to attack again mid-air to direct which direction the seed will fly next. You're stuck with one lousy spin kick and a prayer to the space uterus to hope it goes where you want it to, which it often won't do. It's frustrating and it lessens what is genuinely one of the most unique game mechanics I've seen in a long time. And while none of the boss battles were overly difficult, the weird attack options did make some of them more drawn out than they would have been with the more refined combat systems seen in other games in the genre. Despite these flaws, Ultros is bizarrely beautiful to behold. The self-described psychedelic style makes for some eye-popping scenery, From colorful liquids teeming with strong emotions to grand temples dedicated to the unknowable nature of Ultros itself. Exploring these different sections of the sarcophagus is always a visually trippy delight. The narrative breadcrumbs are equally trippy, though often leaning a bit too far into the obtuse. Ultros truly is a game that is more than the sum of its parts. The obtuse narrative I just mentioned and the iffy combat mechanics could easily each be a deal breaker, but everything comes together in such a unique way that I didn't want to stop until the credits rolled. As with many modern games, there is even incentive to dive back in to explore further and seek a different outcome, but even having only reached the easier conclusion, it's a game I'm comfortable recommending. The unique mechanics and visual flair alone make it worth your time. Come for the psychedelia, stay for the varied environments, and most importantly, enjoy your time inside this trippy cosmic uterus. Special shout out to my friend Basic Fun for covering this game and encouraging me to check it out. Give him a follow for more indie game highlights and interviews. So, what did you think of Ultros? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, play what you love and love what you play.